Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be doing an everyday makeup look for you all. This is just a look that I do like when I'm on the go or like if I'm going to work or whatever. Like it's just like a simple, easy, natural looking makeup look. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first of all, I've already lotioned and I've got some stuff on my face to like make sure that I'm not dry at all because for whatever reason my skin has been like freaking out and is like so dry, like it just looks scaly and gross. So I've taken care of that. So now I'm going to prime with my Smashbox primer. So I'm gonna grab that much and kind of rub it in. Go over my trouble spots, which are usually my nose and on my forehead, and just rub that in. So now, once that's all rubbed in and whatnot, I'm going to take my True Match Lumi foundation. Looks like this. Okay, so I'm going to dot that all over my forehead and my face and like wherever. Oh, I just wiped some of it off. So now I'm going to take my damp beauty blender. This is from Morphe, which I will be talking about Morphe a ton. Like that's like my favorite, all-time favorite. And so I'm just gonna dab that in all over. Make sure I grab it and pull it down on my neck because I'm not the same color as my foundation at all. So now I'm gonna go in with my Instant Age Rewind concealer. And this is in the shade Light Pale, which I usually try when I get concealers. I try to get like the lightest shade that they have because I just feel like it like looks a lot better on me and it'll give you like that highlight effect. So I'm gonna take that and put it in the middle of my forehead and down the bridge of my nose. And then I'm gonna take it in the center of my chin, just to like, these are like the main highlight spots that you wanna get for sure. But then I'm also gonna go and kind of just dab where I have redness. So now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna go back in with the Beauty Blender and just dab that out. So now that that's all blended out, I think. Also, I do take my concealer and bring it up to my eyelid because I find that that is actually like a good primer as well. I don't usually use like eyeshadow primers when I'm on the go because it takes more time and I don't have time for that. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier powder, translucent powder. There's something on my lip. Oh, it's, ugh. Tickling me. Anyway, so now I'm taking this and I'm going to get my powder brush, which is a flat top kabuki brush, which I love. It's an e.l.f. brush, e.l.f. powder brush. It works just as good as any MAC brush or Morphe brush for that matter because I am a Morphe hoe. I love Morphe and I have all Morphe brushes except for this one. So now I'm just gonna take that, and you never want to pull your powder down because that will just take away all the product that you've just put on. And I usually put a lot more on my nose than on any other place because I'm extremely oily skin when I'm not dry as a freaking popcorn fart. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this angled brush. This was not Morphe either, I forgot. This is just like, I think it's like an e.l.f. brush. It's just an angled brush, which I will take my bronzer, which is Too Faced bronzer. It's the Chocolate Soleil, and I've obviously had this for so long. So first of all, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the brush like this and start at the hairline and go down. But I'm not gonna go all the way to my mouth. So what you do is you just come to like the middle of your eye and stop there. But you always want to start up here because that's where the most product is going to be. And if you start here, you're gonna have like a lot there, and it's harder to take away product than it is to put more on. So that's why I start over here. So I'll do that. And I kind of just sweeping motion back and forth. So you see how it's like, it looks kind of orange in this light, but in person it looks fine. So it's not all the way down. I only go to about here on my face, like with the brush. So it's pretty much a pretty good size, and just back and forth, make it super easy on yourself. And then I'll take it up on my temple, so that way I don't have like a gap, and then just kind of like along my hairline. I don't really go that far in because I don't have a huge forehead, thankfully. I usually just like go in a little bit so that my forehead isn't like completely pale and everything else is like bronzed, because that would look weird. So I'll take that and just kind of do like, if you think about it, it's like a C. So you do here and then up, and then here and then up, and you blend that together. And I'm gonna blend it out like all together with a different brush, but as of right now, this is pretty good. And so what I'll do, like if I'm going fast, is I'll take this brush and just squeeze it together, and then take it on the sides of my nose and just run it down to contour my nose just a little bit. So once I'm done with that, I take this Morphe E34 brush, and I'll take it and I'll blend out all of the contour that I just did. So that way we don't have any big old poop lines on our face, because ain't nobody like that. So now that that is blended out, I'm gonna take my, guys, I'm so sad. My brush broke, like completely broke. And so now this is all I have, and I haven't been able to like go get another one. But this is also a Morphe brush, and I'm so sad. So I just keep using it. I just use it like a little bitty one. But whatever. Anyway. So I'll take that. And then I take my Morphe blush palette, which looks like this. These colors are like really pretty, and there's a lot of different shades, so that like if you want like a summery look, you can do like a lighter pink, or like just depending on what your mood is. Like it's for a lot of different skin tones as well. So I'm taking this one right here, and I'm just gonna like dab it in there, because this stuff is pigmented, like pigmented. So I'm gonna take that and I just rub it. I start here and then rub into my contour, and we're gonna blend it out, so don't worry, I won't look like a freak for too long. Yeah, see, that's like, oh, it's so much product, you know? Which, if you don't know how to blend it, that can be an issue. So now I'm gonna blend that out into my contour. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna take my highlight, which is a Becca highlight, of course. Whoops, I almost just dropped it. And this one is Champagne Pop. Shout out to my girl Jacqueline. She's my absolute favorite. Like, I'm obsessed with her. Anyway, so I'm gonna take a little of that on my Morphe M501. It looks like this. I'm just gonna take a little bit, and then I'm gonna start right here on the top of my cheekbone and just do this. Kind of blend it out a little bit. And I usually blend it in a little bit, because if not, it looks like I just went and then move on to the next one. So make sure you like blend it out a little bit. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of that and just put it right in between where I put the contour. So then I'm gonna do my Cupid's bow. So now I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow, which again, Morphe and Jacqueline this time. Ooh. Okay, so what I do, again, when I'm in a hurry, I just take the lightest color. I usually use my finger. So I'll take this color right here. Sorry, I don't remember the names of them. This color, and then I'll take the next color, the lightest brown color next to it. And I just rub that all over my lid. Kind of just to give my eyeshadow a base color. Because I find that if I don't put something down before, my eyeshadow will not blend out as well as I want it to. And I do not want to have unblended eyeshadow. So now I'm going to take that same light color, again with my finger, but I'll do this finger this time. And I put it right under my eyebrow. Like that. So now I'm going to do that same color and put it in the corner of my eyes. Just to brighten it up a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to take this brush, which is the Morphe E22. Looks like this. I usually take this with my transition color first because I find that it blends it out the way that I want it to. But I usually use this one right here. I'll just take a little bit on my brush, and then I'm going to start on the outside of my eyelid, start at my crease, and just blend that all over. And you don't want to start in like the very middle, because if you start there, you're going to have all that product, just like with the contour. You're going to have all that product and it's going to be harder to blend it out. So I'm going to go back in with that color and I'm going to just blend that out kind of all over. So now I'm going to do the same thing on this eye. And I kind of just like back and forth, circle, back and forth, circle. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this color, I think it's Pooter, and I'm going to take that on my brush as well and brush off that excess or tap it off. And then I'm going to go and do the same thing with this color. So now, normally I'll just leave it like this, like the eyeshadow, because if I'm in a hurry I don't really have time to do like 8 different eye colors. But I could do one more. So I'll take my Morphe M433, which it looks like this. It's a stiffer brush. And so I'm going to take, and as you can see I've used like really dark colors on it because it's stained. But I'm going to take a little bit of a darker color, just a little bit, and make it more defined. Just a little bit. So I'm going to take this color right here. And I'm going to just do like a little bit. You don't need a whole lot because this shit is like, honey, it's pigmented. So now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it a little bit lighter and not as all over. Like, I'm going to keep it more in the crease. So I'm going to go back and do the same thing to the other eye. Okay, and I'm going to go back in with the same brush that I used the first time, the E22, with the transition color that I started with. That way it just blends out any like harsh lines that the eyeshadow has, like sticking to my foundation or whatever, what have you. Just gonna blend that out, make sure it's all nice and even. And then I'm gonna take another brush, which is the Morphe M506. So I'm gonna take the transition shade again, and I'm just gonna go underneath my bottom lash line, just so that everything kind of like comes together, because if you have it all on top, you're gonna look like top heavy. So I just take another. Since I'm gonna be doing eyeliner underneath, I don't usually use the same color that I use, like, I don't use all the same colors that I used in the crease. So for me, I'm not like a huge eyeliner person. I like this softer eyeshadow look. And so I use the M432, which is just like a little, like, frick, what is it called? Brush, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying. This kind of brush. And I take this like really deep plum color right here. And I just take that, dab it in a few times. And then I'm gonna go in on the bottom, right up against my lash line. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. And if you mess up, this is so much easier to clean. Oh my goodness. I have like the shakiest hands, and I find that like when I do liquid eyeliner, I'm like, so I like can't do it. But with this, like I can just go in and wipe it off, or I can go and take my blending brush and just blend it out, and it'll look amazing. It'll look like I never even had it there, or it's like perfectly blended. So I'm gonna go back in, and with the top or the upper lash line, I usually start closer to the end, because if you start in the middle, you're gonna have a big old fatty thing of eyeshadow right there. So I usually start right here, and I kind of bring it up a little bit, just like a hair. And then I move over, and I don't do as much. I get close, so as I move in, I get closer and closer to my lashes. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. Oh dang, I'm looking like Amy Winehouse. Woo! So now that I've done my eyeshadow and my eyeliner, I'm gonna do my brows. Normally I do them like right after I do my foundation, but I forgot to do it, so. Oh well. Okay. So for brows, I use the Anastasia Brow Definer, which the end looks like this. Or one end looks like this, and the other is a spoolie. So that's really nice. And it actually like works really well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the spoolie end, and I'm gonna brush out my freaking beast brows. I'm gonna just shape them the way that I want. And now I'm gonna take the other end. I usually start at the end of my eyebrow because that's where I have the most problems. Like with my eyebrows, I have pretty like full eyebrows. The ends of them are all fudged up. So I'm going to start there, and then I'm going to drag it out a little bit because I don't really have a tail to my eyebrows. So I like to make them longer. And so I start there, and then I kind of just drag it out like that. So then I'm going to just make that a little darker because my hair is like really dark. And my eyebrows are not. So I kind of like, towards the end, I'll like lighten up on the way that I'm pressing on it, and kind of just like taper it out, like, so that it's like. So then I'm gonna go and fill in the bottom so that it's not like all whack. So I'm gonna go back in with a spoolie so it looks a little more natural, and kind of just lightly brush through it. So then I'm going to do the same to the other side, and I just darken the rest of it up. And I don't go all the way into the middle or to the end of my brow because I find it looks a lot more natural if I don't like color it all the way in. It'll just naturally like go into a more defined brow. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go back in with the light color from the Jaclyn Hill palette just to brighten up underneath my eyebrows a little bit more. For the mascara, I take my, this is just like a Revlon eyelash curler. So I'm gonna curl my eyelashes, which I just do like 3 to 4 pumps, depending on how crazy my eyelashes are. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this Lash Blast Fusion mascara from CoverGirl. And this is like, I've tried many mascaras, like my eyelashes are super weird, and for whatever reason, this one makes them look the longest. So I'm gonna go and just put that on. So I put like a few layers of that on because it helps for your eyelashes to be a little bit more on the dry side, because you'll keep building more. You'll build more that way. One side is always better. Like one side always works so much better than the other. Whatever. And then to top it all off, I'm not a huge like lipstick person. Like I would rather lip gloss it up every day of my life. So if I'm on the go, I usually just use Carmex. It's my best friend because I have such chapped lips. So to end it off, this is the final look. This is your everyday, on the go, you know, makeup look. Like and subscribe this video if you liked it. Even if you didn't, please do. Yeah, I'll be making more videos soon. Bye guys. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be doing a natural makeup look, everyday makeup look. I just it up. Dang! Okay, let me start over. Yeah, shut the door, please. Okay. Wow. Oh, I'm so nervous. Please look away. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Oh my god, I can't do this. This is so weird. Today I'll be doing a, oh my god, my face is so red. I literally can't. Okay, let me start over. Hi guys, ooh, excuse me. I'm sweating up a freaking storm over here. Holy shite. Okay. Excuse me. Ooh. Oh, I like ripped out like 3 eyelashes. Oh. That hurt. Well, whatever, I guess. Ow. I'm having a hell of a time.